Hey y'all, it's Keylonda, and I'm here to show you how I achieved this Little Mermaid inspired look requested by H2 Oh My God here on YouTube. So if you want to see how I created this look, you know what to do. Keep on watching. So I'm just blending out the products that I use to sculpt out my brows and putting some loose powder all over my face. Now I'm going in with my favorite colors to blend in my crease from my Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. I'm using sandalwood first and then going in with henna, and I'm using the same brush, but I'm taking the henna a little bit lower into my crease area and just building it up gradually just to make sure that it's blended out really nicely. So now I'm going in with Man Eater, which is a more of a orange, reddish orange kind of brick color, a little bit deeper than the henna. And now I'm going to use my NYX jumbo pencil in Milk. It's just a white base that I'm using to carve out my entire lid area, and I'm going a little bit above my natural lid. As you can see, I'm taking it above that fold, that crease in my eye. And you really have to take your time with this step. I know this process is sped up just a bit so that you're not watching me carve out this lid all day, but it basically gives me the illusion of having much more lid space to work with so that I can blend plenty of colors on my lid area. So I'm just taking my time, and I'm using this accent brush from Real Techniques, and then I'm also taking that base on my lower lash line as well and into my waterline. Sorry guys, sometimes I'm out of the frame on the bottom half of my eyelid. Still always learning with this camera, but I'm just taking the rest of the product that's on the back of my hand and blending that out. And just be really careful with that step so you don't have to clean it up with your fingernails like me. Now I'm going in with this sea foam sort of greenish blue color, and this is a brush that I got in a set from AliExpress. Y'all know my brushes are just affordable options. And I started off with this brush, but it was a little bit too fluffy, so you'll see me change it up here to one that's more stiff and flat. And unfortunately, I don't have the name of this brand, but I got these brushes from Marshall's, and it's got like a point to the end of it, and it just helped me to get that inner corner a little bit easier. Now I'm taking my Wet n Wild brush and this more shimmery brick red color. It's not very bright, not very bold, but I use this to start overlapping with the seafoam green color. Just like Ariel's hair color is what I was going for. And then I'm going in with Makeda, the purple from Juvia's Place Masquerade palette, and this tiny detailer brush. I believe it's F116, but it's a Shop Miss A brush, their AOA studio brush. And I'm using that to very carefully follow the line that I created with my NYX jumbo pencil, and then sweeping that down to the lower lash line as well. I've been starting to do this step more because it saves me time when I go back to work on my bottom lash line. And then I decided to go in with a red shade that kind of matched the same one that I got from the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. And I just overlapped it with the purple and the seafoam green just to help these colors blend together. So if you see me doing that patting motion or sweeping motion, I'm just trying to blend these colors together as best as possible, because it's not necessarily ombre because they're not the same shade. And then I just swept that clean brush into my crease. Now I'm going in with some BH Cosmetics and Magic Collection glitters. I mixed the silver and the turquoise shade, and I'm using my clear brush on adhesive to act as a glitter adhesive today. And that way I can make sure that I'm just applying that glitter right there where I cut that inner corner. And I'm just building up the glitter. I even added a little bit more later off camera just because I wanted it to be really shimmery right there, and just reflects how the water reflects the sunlight when you're on the beach, or you know, being a mermaid. Now I'm going with the BH Cosmetics Royal Purple glitter mixed with the silver one, and then cleaning it up with a wet wipe. I'm using a white liner in my waterline again, just to give me a little bit more pop there, and then blending those colors on the lower lash line again, just to make sure they have, you know, their full opaqueness. And I'm trying out this mascara that husband got for me. It's the Urban Decay Troublemaker, and I was quite impressed with it. It's just a sample that he got for me. I'm not sure if I'll go ahead and purchase the product or not, but it worked pretty well. Now I'm mixing these two shades. I believe it's shade number 11 and 13 of the Revlon Airbrush Effect foundations. I really like this foundation, and it photographs pretty well and gives me a pretty decent coverage. I was kind of rushing through these steps, but you all know what I like to use to highlight, and that is my LA Girl Pro Concealer. I use Toffee, and then I'm using an oval brush just to blend everything together very quickly because I had to go get Nia from daycare. So I'm setting underneath my eyes with my black opal invisible oil blocking powder in all the places that I've highlighted, and then going over my face to set my entire face with my black Radiance Soft Focus finishing powder. I grabbed that little Clean Color loose pigment to put in the inner tear ducts, and then I used my Artist Couture Conceited Diamond Glow powder. Now I'm just taking this matte red shade from that Beauty Treats blush palette and the e.l.f. blush and bronzer. I'm just using the bronzer side in Turks and Caicos and just going into the hollows of my cheeks and around the perimeter of my face, just to give me a little bit of help blending out the blush and making sure that I have a little bit more dimension back to my face. So I'm not really contouring, just bronzing. And then I'm using my plum liner from Nika K and this red liquid lipstick. It's Absolute New York brand, and I use 2 layers of it. And now I'm going in with my lashes. These are the number A10, I believe, but they are my 3D mink-ish lashes. And then I'm taking a little bit of that highlighter and putting it in the inner tear duct, and that's it, baby. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you to my subscribers that have been supporting me. Please continue to give these videos thumbs up, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, sugars.